Welcome back to our Week 1 preview series. There's a lot going on throughout Week 1. A lot of good teams facing off, including NFC North rivals, or kind of rivals. Some teams might not want to admit it. Some teams will. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, this, in my mind, is going to be a very fun game for a lot of different reasons. Now, I think the main reason that this is going to be so fun is because a new head coach for the Vikings, new coaching staff, potentially, hopefully, new horizons of what could be. We'll have to see. But overall, I think this is the game of the week, too, by the way. The Packers travel to U.S. Bank Stadium. Game starts at 2:25 Mountain Time. So a lot going on with this game. Obviously, Kevin O'Connell's first game at the helm. Obviously, there's a lot going on with the Packers as well, and we're going to get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at both offenses. So Kirk Cousins, there's been so many excuses. There's been so many, caveats. It's finally time to see what we got. Here's the thing. So the offensive line tentatively looks to be somewhat put together. You talk about Christian Darrisaw, Ezra Cleveland, Garrett Bradbury, who, by the way, I think at this point, it's pretty safe to say that Kenny Clark just has a highlight tape against Garrett Bradbury, like it is what it is. But just immediately, every single time, just bench presses Garrett Bradbury into Kirk Cousins, and he literally has a highlight tape. It's rough. It's absolutely rough. But overall, you see Kirk Cousins, you see all these weapons that the Vikings have. You just hope that offensive line stays together. Now, the tackles are fine. Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill, I'm not worried about it. Ezra Cleveland was relatively solid in year 2. Ed Ingram looks like he's beat out Jesse Davis, even though Davis got traded to the Steelers for that right guard spot. So, I think Ed Ingram, I think he's going to be okay. I do think there will be growing pains, and I'll get to that in a second, because the Green Bay Packers defensive line is absolutely stacked. And like I said, we'll get in that in just a second. But, if guys like Garrett Bradbury or Austin Schlutman, I believe that's how you say his name, if they struggle, we've got guys like Chris Reed that can step in. And I think he is going to do a very good job. If guys like, Garrett Bradbury struggle, Reed and Schlutman are going to be guys that step in for Bradbury. So, like I said, I'm excited. I think that this offensive line finally has the potential to be figured out. Yes, they got Jalen Reagor as well, the former first-round pick by the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think there's a lot that this offense could be. Now, over to the Packers. You got Aaron Rodgers. I just want to be real here for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys back to me for a second. Can we just stop, like Vikings fans, everybody, I don't care, any NFL fans, can we just stop pretending like Aaron Rodgers hasn't dominated the NFC North for a while now? Like, let's just stop with the hate. Let's just stop, because he is who he is. Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. He's clearly a Hall of Famer at this point. And honestly, just stop it with the hate. Just stop. Like, he is going to, no matter what, I don't care who his wide receiver core is, it doesn't matter, because this man is absolutely going to get after it. He's got the offensive line. David Bakhtiari looks like he's going to play. I believe Jair Alexander is going to play as well, So just stop it. Let's just give the respect that they're due, and we'll move on with it. So, like I said, so you got Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones, Aaron out in the backfield there. Like, it's just tough. A.J. Dillon as well. Mercedes Lewis, Josiah DeGuara as well. I believe Robert Tonyan is on the IR to start the game out, or at least to start the year out, but I'm not going to just come out and say that he is not going to be back with the team. I fully expect him to be at some point, but I do think that for right now, we're in a spot where this is going to be tough. This is going to be one of those things where the Vikings are going up against one of the best, the absolute best offenses in the entire NFL. So I think it's kind of this is I cannot believe it, but I'm just kind of one of those things that I'm one of those guys, that just look at this and I'm like, you know what? I don't care what's going to happen with the Vikings, because I'm going to look out for the Packers every single chance I get, because you got all these wide receivers. Everybody's been asking, okay, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson. I don't care. Here's the thing. Christian Watson right now, if we're talking about full entire career, I fully believe he's going to have the better career over Romeo Doubs. However, immediate impact, Romeo Doubs is going to annihilate. Do we forget what this dude did in the preseason? I know it's preseason, 2s and 3s. Stop it. He was an absolute man at Nevada. And I think him and Christian Watson are going to do some things to the Vikings our defense, So I'm a little worried about these receiving options for Aaron Rodgers, because he has shown time and time again, it doesn't matter who it is, he's going to throw it up there and they're going to make plays. So let's stop with the disrespect. Let's stop just pretending like this man is not only the back-to-back MVP winner for the NFL for the last couple of years, but the fact that he's a future Hall of Famer. He's got tight ends, he's got weapons. So just stop with the hate. So now defensively, I'm hesitant, but also optimistic. I'm hesitant. Great job, Colton. This defense for the Vikings, it's got some good pieces. Dalvin Tomlinson and Harrison Phillips on the inside. They just completely cut our arm on Watts. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But like we also said, they got the two pass rushers. Za'Darius Smith, he's going to be happy to play his former team. He's made that abundantly clear. But if David Bakhtiari plays, that is going to be a tough day for Za'Darius Smith. Then you got Daniil Hunter on the other side as well, who, if both of those guys stay healthy, I fully expect them to be, if not the best, close to the best, or at least top 3 best defensive end / pass rushing duo in the entire NFL. Now, okay, so you got those two. You got Jordan Hicks and Eric Kendricks. You got Brian Asamoah, the 3rd-round pick, who was an absolute stud out of Oklahoma. Yes, you got Jonathan Bullard starting at that other end spot over, for Armand Watts, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Ross Blacklock, I'm hoping he's going to find a way to kind of rejuvenate his career here with the Vikings. I would love to see it. But then also you got that secondary in Patrick Peterson, Cameron Dancer. I think Andrew Booth Jr. is going to get a little bit of opportunities. Caleb Evans needs to get his shots, and he absolutely needs to eat. Then yes, Cameron Bynum, who has had an amazing preseason and camp. I'm excited for him, as well as Harrison Smith. He's going to be that box guy that you just let him in there, do his thing. And then yes, Lewis Cine. I think they're going to have a lot of 3 safety looks for the Vikings. Then you get over to the Packers. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The Packers defensive line is scary. So we're going to look at it real quick. So Kenny Clark, Jerron Reed. Now, Kenny Clark is just, like I said, he's got a highlight tape of reps against Garrett Bradbury. It is what it is at this point. Dean Lowry is a guy that's just massively slept on. It's just a tragedy. Then you look at TJ Slayton, Daryl Slayton. He's just a man in the middle. Devontae White, the defensive tackle we got in the 1st round out of Georgia. Yeah, the national champion. This defensive line is just going to be scary. Then you got Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary on the edges there. Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker in the middle. This front 7 is just nasty. Not even to mention the secondary. This defense could easily be top 3 in the NFL. Then you also talk about having Jair Alexander as well as Eric Stokes. I saw a lot of good things from Stokes last year. I'm excited about his future. Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos kind of rounding out that defense. So, the Packers, offensively and defensively, I'm not sleeping lightly. It's just this team, that they are a very well put together team, and I think it's just a team you cannot sleep on in any facet, because they're just going to fly around. They're going to make plays on both sides of the football, and you got to make sure that you ate your Wheaties for that day, because I get the Vikings fans. I get it. We're optimistic, but the Packers, let's be real. The NFC North runs through the Packers, and if we're being even more real, I would say that the argument could be made that the entire NFC runs through the Green Bay Packers. But that's it. That's our Week 1 preview for the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. Once again, the game starts at 2:25 p.m. Mountain Time. It's the game of the week, baby. You love it. You're so excited. Finally, football's back, and what a way to start out the season then with a game like this. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think of our Week 1 preview for the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers.